This is the strongest Brazilian team I have seen in a very long time. And obviously.
E aí galera, beleza? Eu sou o Lucas Gregório, começando mais um vídeo no canal. Se você for novo aqui, já se inscreva, deixa o like, tamo junto, valeu e é nóis galera. E rapaziada, no vídeo de hoje vamos ver aí sobre a imprensa da Inglaterra, né? Eu acho que é da Inglaterra essa imprensa. Vamos comentar aí sobre a Copa do Mundo e vamos citar o Brasil, a Argentina, Portugal, entre os times que vão disputar. Eu fiquei impressionado, né, com o comentário desse Mark. Então vamos ver o que ele falou sobre o Brasil, né? Então se inscreva aí, tem mais vídeo aí da imprensa sul-americana, então assiste lá, beleza? Deixa seu like e comenta já qual vídeo você gostaria de ver aí. Bora pro vídeo.
But I want to get on because we're talking about who'll go where. Some people have got Portugal going all the way to the final. Who've you got in the final, Mark?
Well, I'm not sure if I think they can step up. I think Brazil, Argentina. It looks heading that way. I just think, even though I've got my doubts about Argentina in the sense that 3-year run, a lot of it has been against fellow South American teams because of COVID and because they haven't been able to travel. So how good are they? I mean, you know, like saying boxing, has their jaw been tested? I'm not quite sure because they're a team with a lot of aging players in the 30s. So when they come up against a strong athletic European team like France or like Germany, will they be able to cope? But they did beat Italy in the Finalissima at Wembley. So maybe I'm being a bit harsh there. But I just think, you know, Brazil have got the players at the moment. I think Argentina have got Messi. They've got people like Lisandro Martinez playing fantastic at Man United. And I think the European teams they've all got problems. I think France, injury problems, England, injury problems. You know, Spain haven't got a goal scorer. Germany haven't really got a goal scorer. So I think the usual suspects are not quite there. The Netherlands haven't got a goal scorer. So I think, listen, I'd love to see Brazil, Argentina in the final. I've not got this kind of European outlook that it has to be a European team. I think for the game itself, for the romance and for just to rebalance the whole World Cup and the world game, to have a Brazil or Argentina world champion would be fantastic. And, you know, personally, I'd like Argentina to win it. It'd be great for Messi, etc. But Brazil, Argentina, for me, are the two teams to beat.
Preach, Mark Alden. Preach.
Yeah, Luis has been like really keeping the cards close to his chest at first when it came to who he had getting out of the group. It's like he didn't want me to know. Who you actually got in the final, Luis?
Actually, I wrote a piece about Brazil for the site a few weeks ago, obviously been covering them throughout the qualifiers and what they can do. This is the strongest Brazilian team I have seen in a very long time. And obviously, you know, there's just so much happenstance when it comes to the 20th year anniversary since the last time they won it, obviously in Japan and South Korea, the fact that it's Coach Chiche's last World Cup. This squad is just filthy deep. The fact that a player like Rodrigo doesn't start is how deep they are. So to me, it's Brazil. And then after that, like Mark said, it's Argentina. And you know what? It's Lionel Messi, obviously. But the great thing about Argentina is that they don't have Messi dependencia anymore. They don't rely on Lionel Messi anymore. He's just there to become the star of the team. But they don't rely on him. Lautaro Martinez is their top goal scorer under Lionel Scaloni. So this is a very good squad. So I have Brazil and Argentina. But in my bracket, I have them meeting in the semifinals. So one of them has to win there, and I have Brazil. And on the other side, I have England.
Hang on a minute. Right, wait a second, because I have a question about Lionel Messi, because I want to get to England because of the fact you have them there. And I want to get Mark's thoughts on them as well and the squad that Gareth Southgate's taking with him. So just going back to the Lionel Messi point, Mark, if he wins the World Cup with Argentina, will that GOAT conversation be over?
Well, the GOAT conversation, i.e. Messi or Ronaldo, will be over. But I think, you know, I grew up in here when Maradona was just an amazing player. And he won a World Cup on his own in Mexico in '86. And I think, you know, the tendency of the modern game is to dismiss the players of the past. And I think, so in terms of the modern era, I think Messi supersedes Ronaldo if he wins the World Cup. But, you know, Diego Maradona, Pele, Cruyff, Zidane, all these amazing players that, you know, obviously Cruyff didn't win a World Cup, but these superstar players of the past are, you know, equally deserving of being in that conversation of being the GOAT. But in terms of the modern era, of course, you know, to win a World Cup would elevate Messi ahead of Ronaldo. But, you know, Maradona for me he's still that little inch above Messi because he won a World Cup on his own.
All right. So before we let you go, Mark, let's get your thoughts on England.
Yeah, I mean, do you know something? I think England have got problems in the sense that defensively, I'm not convinced that certainly at centre half they've got issues. Centre midfield, I mean, Jude Bellingham's an amazing player. Declan Rice is a very good player, but they haven't got a player in England who can dominate a game. So when they've had problems in the past in major tournaments, you know, people like Marco Verratti in the Euro final that dominated possession, Luka Modric in 2018 in the semi-final, England can't get the ball and control the game. But as I was saying before, that that Germany and Spain don't have a striker, England have a striker, a world-class striker in Harry Kane. So any team that's got a striker of that quality has a chance, because in those tight games where you're looking for that extra edge, he's there to score the goals. And I think if England had a midfielder, had a player that could control the game and just give them that opportunity. I mean, James Maddison might be the guy that can create, but he's more of an attacking midfielder. Someone that can dictate the tempo. England would be the favourites, but they haven't got that. And I think when it comes to the latter stages, when they're playing a Brazil or an Argentina or a France, that's when England struggle. And I think they could go a long way, but as soon as they play a good team who can keep possession, England are relying on Harry Kane. And then you can't rely on one man. So I think they'll go maybe quarterfinals, depending on who they face, but I don't think they'll win it.
All right, Mark, thanks so much for joining us. Safe trip to Qatar, and we'll hopefully
Cheers,
be hearing
guys.
you throughout.
Então, rapaziada, vocês viram aí o comentário, né, do Mark. Cara, ele foi muito bem, né, falar do Brasil, da Argentina. Ele foi bem claro aí no comentário dele, bem lúcido. Até acho que esse Luiz aí, né, o primeiro, ele falou que o Brasil, né, ele tá com o melhor time do Brasil que ele viu agora nessa seleção aí que foi chamada para 2022. Desde 2002, né, a melhor seleção, melhores nomes chamados da seleção brasileira, por atuarem na Premier League, né, onde que é na Inglaterra. Então, eles conhecem muito bem, né, os jogadores que atuam na Premier League, então eles devem estar bem focados aí, sabendo que o Brasil é um dos favoritos, né, por esses jogadores. Mas é isso, rapaziada, comenta o que você achou, deixa o seu like se você concorda aí com cada comentarista, né, tem mais vídeo aí da imprensa sul-americana, quero trazer mais, quero tentar buscar mais em outros mundos, né, meus países e reações na Copa do Mundo, tentar gravar bastante, então se bater 100 likes aí eu continuo trazendo, beleza? Assiste os outros vídeos aqui, tem do Messi falando do Brasil, tem um monte de imprensa brincando com o Brasil todo, e vamos ver o que vai dar, né, no Brasil, muita expectativa no Brasil, e vamos ver se o Hexa vem, né, vamos ver. Então é isso, rapaziada, espero que vocês tenham gostado, tamo junto, valeu, e é nóis, galera, até o próximo vídeo.